All right, what's going on? I know I haven't been here for a while since coronavirus started, mainly because the market has been going crazy and I've been doing a lot of trading. All right, what are we going to start with today? Uh, let's start with the market. All right, so it is. Looks like August 21st. The summer is almost over. I haven't been to the beach. I haven't done anything fun. Bitcoin is up to 11,685, which is great. Ethereum, XRP, down, down. You know, you really don't watch me for this. But the biggest craze, the latest craze in that's going on right now is DeFi. Let's see, Chainlink is an oracle used for DeFi. 14.3 down 9.8. I mean, in my opinion, DeFi will be around, but there's been a void. I wouldn't say a void. There's a segment of the cryptocurrency market that is always looking for the next hottest thing to sell to you, and it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. They just want to create some hype around it and get you involved, kind of like hypes. And then it went from hypes to ICOs, and from ICOs to BitConnect, and from BitConnect to the things that we're on today, which is DeFi. And I just kind of feel like the DeFi is good if you can do decentralized. A lot of it is not smart contract. A lot of it is not on a smart contract or a verified smart contract. People can easily make these coins and, defraud you of a lot of money without you knowing it, or leaving you with a lot of worthless coins. Just because of the speed. Money doesn't come from nowhere. So, these, what they call it, interest farms or link farms, or, not link farms, but DeFi farming, where you borrow from this guy, take a loan from that guy, and then borrow against that loan over there and buy this and buy that and buy this and buy that. And the way all of these supposedly siloed companies are being arbitraged. And I don't think that when it was being built, anybody calculated for that. So it's a lot of money changing hands, and whenever a lot of money is changing hands, there's an opportunity to make money. But round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. So I haven't really been playing with the DeFi because I don't like to borrow money. I don't like leverage. I don't really like leverage. I may trade with leverage a little bit, but I'm not a big fan of leverage, because the object of the game is to win as much as I can without losing anything. So, small losses turn into big losses. So that's kind of what's going on the DeFi end. I'm not really I like it. Like, for instance, the Uniswap. I like Uniswap. And providing liquidity for Uniswap. I like the concept of that. It's kind of like when you provide liquidity for leverage trading, which they used to do. They don't do it. They don't do it that much anymore, but they used to do it. I made a lot of money. In fact, I made my well, I'm not gonna say my first Bitcoin, but I made a lot of Bitcoin funding leverage traders, providing liquidity for leverage traders in 2016, 2017. So, yeah, I do have an appreciation for that. Would I get involved? I like the idea of Uniswap as well. Uniswap is great. And the only problem is it's on Ethereum. And right now, the fees on Ethereum are ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, I mean like $12, $11. And I remember that they were saying that was going to kill Bitcoin at one point, was the fees during 2017 in the bull run up to 20K. Well, before it went to 20K, the fees were ridiculous. Before SegWit came in, and that was the big issue, is that it was supposed to be peer-to-peer cashless, peer-to-peer money, like Satoshi Nakamoto said. And then it went to then the fees came in. So do I feel like fees prevent me from using Ethereum? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because, $12 fees, that gets expensive. That adds up fast. 10 transactions and that's $100 gone. So, who else? I recently made quite a bit on Litecoin. I've been trading Litecoin lately. I've been trading Ethereum. But, within the exchange, I haven't been withdrawing it as Ethereum. I like the idea. I like what Cardano is doing. I don't know if it's going to make it over the threshold to actually become something that I would use as a long-term hold. At 12 cents, I'll probably get some of that this week. I've been making big money on EOS for like the past week. It was EOS against Bitcoin for like the past week. But the prior 3 weeks, I was just sitting on bags. What else? Monero is something that I think you should keep your eye on. If I were you, I would keep my eye on Monero. Looking at the chart, I probably wouldn't buy it right now, but Monero is something to keep your eye on. Cosmos, I believe, is another Oracle type site that's with the DeFi thing. Aave, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I have been looking into DeFi because I want to get into it, but at the time when I was going to get into it, I was watching guys make massive gains, 23-25% per day, and to me it's a form of staking where you provide liquidity and then borrow against it up to a certain percentage, and they were making like 20-something% per day. But when the market suddenly took a fall, a lot of those guys came very close to liquidation or had to add more money that they didn't want to add to it in order to stay leveraged. And that's not, to me, we're going down the same road as the traditional banking system. And I understand that we want to adopt things that are working, but we just seem to be taking it all, what's working and what isn't working, and just trying to transfer it over to uh, something that's completely automated. um, so yeah, that's what I'm on. The only things that I really deal in, I only trade probably 4, maybe 5 pairs at a time, just because it's hard to keep track. And right now I'm doing Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and EOS. So anything I trade, I'm okay with holding the bag. So it doesn't matter. I'm not shorting any of it, any of what I'm holding. All I'm doing is accumulating Bitcoin. So I'm doing all of it versus Bitcoin, and I accumulate Bitcoin. So if my Litecoin isn't moving, I just still hold the Litecoin and continue to add. This is just the phase that I'm in right now. Um, Looking at the bigger picture as to what's really going on in cryptocurrency, and how I feel the adoption rate will accelerate over the next couple years, with the digital dollar coming in, with China going to a cryptocurrency, with Russia going to crypto, as countries in the world are adapting and adopting these new technologies. You want to be in crypto or gold. Stock market would be an in and out. You know, it's in and out. That's the only way I trade the stock market right now. It's in and out, because I feel as though that's in a huge bubble. And not saying that it couldn't go up as a safe haven, because it can be considered a safe haven as an actual asset versus the dollar. And the dollar is where scared people are right now. Well, the dollar is the scariest market right now for a lot of people, because they're looking at gold, they're looking at precious metals, they're looking at stocks, they're looking at assets, places where they can hold their value. People that are looking at the amount of money that's being flooded into the economy right now. So we're on shaky ground. We're on shaky ground. The dumb money is saying that we're reaching all-time highs. And in the stock market and the crypto markets right now, pretty much everybody's winning. It's hard to pick a loser at this point. But I've been through this maybe 3 times, at least. Something similar to this, where you can't lose. And at the end of this, a lot of people are going to be drenched with tears, because they went heavily into things without actually believing in it, and having the actual follow through and the fortitude to hold on to the assets. So it's like people that are right now buying all of these new coins that are coming out, like just VeChain. VeChain is busy. VeChain is busy. If you don't have any VeChain, you might want to check into VeChain. Scrolling down the list, I think Zcash has had a hard fork. Oh, but what I was saying, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Smart money's going into assets to hold their value as this bubble bursts. It's going to deflate or burst at some point. So that goes for the DeFi bubble, as well as DeFi is great as long as it's going up. As long as it's going up, DeFi is going to make you a lot of money. But when DeFi goes down and they call on your leverage, that's when you're going to have a problem. So I'm staying away from DeFi, and a lot of them I make a greater percentage. I make their yearly rate, their yearly APR in 1 month or 2 weeks. In a lot of cases, 2 weeks. I make their yearly APR trading. You know, even if you go to profitshare.club, you're making 3% a week. 3% per week. So, you know, they're paying 12, 18, 26% per year. So, you know, I like it for what it is. I think it's healthy for the market. I know it's running up the network fees on Instagram, on Ethereum, and clogging up Ethereum, but because they're all on Ethereum, that also scares me. All of these DeFi projects are on Ethereum, and to me, that's scary. They need to move some of those onto Tron. They need to move some of those onto Cardano or IOTA, you know, or EOS. They need to kind of spread it out a little bit, because the weakness here is Ethereum. And as Ethereum is trying to push to Ethereum 2.0, is everybody going to withdraw what they have when they make that switch? Because you never know what's going to happen when they make that switch. Does that blockchain, and this is not the gospel, because there's so much going on that I can't keep up and still make money. So I have a choice. Either just get the basic knowledge from like Ivan on Tech and CB News and places like that, or make money. I'm choosing to get my bread up. So when Ethereum makes a switch, as we can see by the problems they ran into last week, it's probably not going to be as smooth as they think it's going to go. So that's always scary. You know, a soft fork, a hard fork, or anything like that is always scary if you have a lot of money on the line. So, wow. I really messed up on Icon. I don't know if I still have my ICX. So, that's where we are with that, right? The world is going to adopt cryptocurrency, and I believe it's sooner than we thought. The process has been accelerated by all of the money printing going on across the world. Everybody's looking for a solid ground to stand on, and it's probably going to be some form of gold-backed blockchain currency. For instance, what China is doing with the renminbi, what Russia is doing, and what the United States is really doing with the digital currencies that are backed by, the full promise of the country behind it. So, keep that in mind as you're going through this thing. My number one holding right now, probably 75% of the holdings, is in BTC. And even while I was trading, I was still earning more from that 75% in BTC than I was trading. So 75% BTC, 25% altcoins. Trading to BTC. So that's the ratio that I try to keep at this point. It might change later on if something is breakout. Um, Something if we have a breakout leader, which right now the only leader that we have on the board is Ethereum, and Ethereum is, they're going through some changes as usual. All right, we talked about crypto. Now we can get to the regular old nonsense. I was looking at, what's the girl's name? Megan Thee Stallion. Talking about Tory Lanez shot her for no reason. Man, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm going to let that go. Yes, I'm still vaping. Go to the UIX network. Get you some vapes. In fact, here's an ad right here. Click right here. Buy you some vape juice. It's definitely better than tobacco. As far as I can see, I've been vaping for a few years now. And my lungs can't even take smoke. Don't even like to take smoke anymore. Alright, so that's what's going on with that. Come on over here. Catch up on your news for entrepreneurs, traders. Chainlink onboards Arbol. See, VeChain is always in the news. Come to the UIX network. Stay up to date on, building your sovereignty, building your business, keeping your life together. Look at this drop. Look at that drop. Let's see. Is it bigger than I think? I probably have some trades about to come through. See, Bitcoin has been doing something. Where do I see Bitcoin going? I see Bitcoin round about holding at probably this 11.5. Between 11.5 and 10.5 is probably where it should be. I wasn't expecting the 12s, anything over 12.7. 11.7. I wasn't expecting that at this time. I was expecting, between 10.5 and 11, really, in that channel. I'm not really going to do any lines, any charting. I'm not a big TA type of guy. I do TA, but I don't really stand on it. It only tells you what happened yesterday and what's likely to happen. So they took a quick dump, clear the order book. Clear the order book. Somebody made a lot of money. Should have been me. From 7 to 5.34. That was a nice little drop. I should have been shorting instead of talking to you guys. So on that note, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get back to this chart and see if I can catch this long real quick. Peace.